Hello, Collected. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. Whenever you hear the phrase to step into the unknown, to venture into an existence, a mindset, a position in time or space, or even in your particular space, right? Usually that comes with a little bit of apprehension or hesitancy, or maybe even butterflies, could even be excitement. Who knows? Maybe you enjoy walking into situations that you've never been before. But maybe you are willing to do so because you feel comforted by the energy in which is leading you. And not everybody has the ability to distinguish between loving, leading energy or harsh or controlling or subjective energy. And when we sit in a position in life where we allow limits to put caps on us, where we've already pre-decided that we're going to follow the crowd, if you will, and we're going to stay limited in our abilities or mindset or even our direction. That's a conscious choice that you usually choose when the fear of what you've not yet conquered is greater than the courage that you hold within you. So there's an easy way to flip that around. And whenever the opportunity comes to you where you can step out of your comfort zone and maybe switch up your routine, or maybe implement different suggestions or ideas into your day to add more variety and more diversity, if you will, to allow a whole nother set of instances or experiences or whatever that step into the unknown might be able to meet you in a place where it doesn't feel suppressing, but it feels inviting. It doesn't feel controlling, but it feels encouraging. And that's the difference between your spirit team and the entities or the dark energies of this matrix, this world, this position, this place, whatever you want to consider where we are to be. There's many different names to call it. Personally, I think that no matter who's running the ship, this is my home, and that I have the ability to not follow. I don't have to follow who's leading that ship. I don't have to blindly go in the direction or see myself in a small view and, leave that limitation by not wanting to gather up the courage and the bravery that lives within me to walk into an unknown situation, unknown environment, unknown mindset, because it's unknown to us until we venture and we find out exactly how it affects us and our energy. And not all the time will, it be good, because there's always lessons that we need to learn, and sometimes they hurt, sometimes they tickle, and sometimes they sting. But what I do know is that when you hold every opportunity that you have not yet conquered or walked into or embraced into your space, an opportunity for growth and development is always an opportunity to gather more tools and increase your bag of knowledge gained and allow the wisdom of all the value within the lessons learned to help you perceive life on a higher level, allowing you the ability to see the greater picture, if you will. Because not everything is about this moment, this day, although this moment and this day are leading up to a very powerful position that we're all going to have to face. The planets and the solar system in a whole, has lined up and invited everyone to play, because there's going to be transits through each and every body's chart within the zodiac signs, and you're going to see either pinch points or pleasure points come your way, where you're either going to be elevated or you're going to feel defeated. But one thing I can always tell you is that if you find yourself on the swing of the pendulum that you don't really dig, you have the ability to choose a different path and change that trajectory midstream. And then what you started with will not be what you end with. And it will not be what the universe continues to provide. Because when you migrate away from limiting space into a limitless perception, where you have the ability to reach and achieve your wildest dreams while enhancing your 3D, your existence here on Earth. And they do go hand in hand, because you can't live a balanced existence, especially not on Earth, right? Unless you are able to see the pieces that you might not want to look at, or the pieces that you just followed the crowd and said, okay, well, suppression, here we come, without realizing that you were giving away everything of you, including your energy. And you don't want to do that. No one really ever wants to do that. Because if you thought that you felt alone now, that's nothing compared to what you'll feel when you lose your essence. So be very mindful and very aware. And while you walk through your journey, it's okay to trust in your intuition, your inner belief, your higher consciousness, and venture into a position that you've not yet traveled. Be the breaker of unknown territory within your own world, your own environment, your own mindset, and see exactly how light and airy you'll be. And it'll give you a more peaceful state of mind, where that light and airy feeling or sensation settles right in, because that's the name of the game. To enjoy our peace within us and outside of us, like our temple and the earth's temple merging together. Awesome. Truly it is. But wherever you find yourself on the spectrum, you're never alone. And I'm always available to give you exactly the encouragement that you need, exactly when you need to hear it, and remind you of all the talents and the traits and the best versions of you. Even though you may not think they're so great, from an outside projection, from an outside view, the projection that I tend to see is the value and the potential that lives within you. So I come with a whole different set of eyes than maybe you're used to. But one thing I do know is that together we will rise and we will achieve everything that we've set out, who we really are, and what we're here to do. My lovely collective, love and light, peace and joy. And step into the unknown. Break those limited chains that bind you. And feel the freedom in the energy that you embrace, that's around you, and that you can touch and affect everywhere you go. Awesome. Love you.